Hello. Welcome to our next chapter, that is your AOP and BOI. Now, your AOP stands for Associations of Person and BOI stands for Body of Individuals. So, when a group of people come together and form an AOP, all the people individually are called members. So, tax rate of AOP BOI depends on its members. So now, if the profit share of members is known, if the profit share of my members is known, and all the members NTI, if all the members NTI is up to the basic exemption limit, that is based on the age, it might be 2 lakh 50, 3 lakh or 5 lakh. So if their income is up to the basic exemption limit, then my AOP or BOI will be taxed at slab rate. Okay, so it is an and condition, that is both of them have to be satisfied. My profit share should also be known, and the NTI of all the members should be less than or up to the basic exemption limit. However, even if the profit share of members is known or if profit share of members is unknown, in both the cases, if the profit share of members is known and if any one member's NTI is more than your basic exemption, then in such a case, AOP or BOI will be taxed at the MMR, that is your maximum marginal rate. That will be your 42.744%. That is nothing but 30% tax rate plus 37% surcharge plus 4% health and education cess. So your AOP BOI will be taxed at 42.744 percentage. Now, what points do you have to remember is your interest, salary, commission, or remuneration paid to members. What are the points? Any interest, salary, commission, remuneration, any payment that has been made to members, this shall be disallowed. That is, this will have to be added back if it has already been subtracted. If the member and AOP or BOI both pay interest to each other, that is, one is paying interest on capital and other is paying interest on loan, in such a case, only the net interest will be disallowed. Net interest, that is, receiving minus paying the netted off amount. Next is your NTI, is NTI of member before share of AOP and BOI, because we are trying to calculate that how much tax do I have to pay on AOP BOI's income. Therefore, over here NTI, you will have to exclude AOP BOI's income. You will have to calculate without this income. Your last point is, if your AOP or BOI pays tax at maximum marginal rate of 42.754%, that is, if my AOP BOI pays tax under this rate, then in such a case, the income will be exempt from members' income. It will not be taxed because my AOP BOI is paying tax at the highest possible rate. Okay, but what if my AOP BOI is paying tax at slab rate? That is, in this case, what happens in this case to the members' income? So in such a case, the members get a rebate under section 87A. Not 87A, section 86. 87A is your basic concepts. We had studied your 87A rebate. This is section 86, that is rebate to members if AOP or BOI has paid tax at slab rate. Okay, so in such a case, members will get a rebate because they argue that boss, AOP BOI has already paid tax on this. Why are you charging me again? So members will get a rebate. How will the rebate be calculated? That is tax liability of the member, including all surcharge, health and education cess, everything. You will calculate his tax liability, including his AOP BOI income. Then you will get a rebate of how much portion of his income belongs to AOP BOI. So that is his share. You will calculate ratio of his share from AOP BOI divided by your NTI of member, including AOP BOI income, that is his total income. So you will calculate a ratio that, boss, this is my AOP BOI income, this is my total income. Now you will get the ratio that how much of my income is from my AOP BOI. That when you multiply by your tax liability, whatever figure you come to, that will be your section 86 rebate. So there is one question, there would be in your question bank also maximum 1 or 2 questions. So definitely solve these questions and you will be clear with the concepts. Okay, and I'll see you in the next video, that is your minimum alternate tax.